Welcome to the Donation Chair. This is the show where I talk to real donors to hear their stories while they're donating. Today, I'm speaking with Edward. Edward is a longtime donor who actually recently celebrated his 100-gallon celebration. Okay, Edward, how many years have you been donating?
I've donated for over 40 years. I don't exactly remember when I started.
And you donate pretty regularly, right? How often would you say?
I try to donate as often as I can.
Okay.
I always have to look at my record to see if I can donate right away because I donate so often. They have to slow me down sometimes.
What made you start donating? And then what also keeps you coming back? Because if you donate regularly, obviously there's a reason you want to come back.
From what I've always seen, that blood is always needed for people that are in car accidents. But I never knew. Later on, I found out that cancer patients need blood and other people need blood. And later on, I found out my daughter needed blood when she was born premature, weighing pound 6. So that's what made me donate even more often.
So you just keep coming back every couple weeks or so, probably.
Lately, they slowed it down. A long time ago, they used to. I was donating every 4 days.
Oh, wow.
And then they changed it back to 1 week so people can rebuild.
You donate platelets.
Yes.
Okay. Why platelets?
Platelets is because they tell me that they don't have a long shelf life. And they need platelets even more because that's something that doesn't stay on. They kind of keep it as long.
5-day shelf life.
Something like that. But that's why they need platelets all the time. And from what they told me, that my platelet count was always high. So I'm able to donate doubles. I've been donating double donations just about every time I donate. And tripled even now lately.
Good for you.
I keep track of my platelet count so I can just adjust my diet.
That's really smart, actually, because a lot of people know that obviously a good diet is helpful for donation. Eat a good meal before you go in. But I don't think people realize just what a difference it makes.
It really does because I had a friend, or an older friend of mine back then that had a Mexican wife, and she was making enchiladas. And his platelet count was like 200 more than mine. It was just super huge. He told me eat more enchiladas. And believe it or not, I did that before my donation the night before. And it really did increase it. I was surprised.
I've been told someone I know, they like to have a brisket baked potato before they donate. That's their pre-donation because it helps get their iron levels up and all that. So it's very, very important, and you can feel that immediately, the difference it makes. So you recently celebrated your 100-gallon donation.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that accomplishment and how that felt?
I had volunteered a long time ago with my daughter at the Holiday Hugs, where they give teddy bears to the hospitals and all that. And I met this lady that was, at the time, I think I was around 10 gallons or something like that. She had donated around 100 gallons, I believe, at the time. And to me, that was an influence on me to where, wow. And she was another person that's like me. I can only donate with this one arm because this one's got some pandas or whatever. Since I've done it for a long time, it would stop the donation process. So this lady really influenced me. I was like, hopefully one day I'll be back.
And then you did. Yeah.
And now she's over 200 gallons, I heard.
Yeah. How did finally getting to that accomplishment? Can you put into words how that made you feel?
It took a while. I just didn't feel it that same day. It took a few days later to really sink in.
Yeah. I mean, with such a big accomplishment like that, you can't even fathom the numbers at that point. I mean, 100 gallons is...
I never thought about it a long time ago. I really never did.
It's, 800 donations, and then save up to 3 lives with each donation. That's over 1,000 lives saved. That's quite impressive. Looking back, what would surprise the younger version of yourself who was making their first donation?
I've always worked out with friends of mine, working out all the time, so our veins was always there. And I had some people donate blood and all that were prior in the military and all that stuff. And some people that worked out with me, they wanted to go donate. I said, well, I'll go with you. And that's how it all started. I just started donating like that. The veins were out, and
Has there been any moment in between your first donation and now that maybe you had a perspective change, something that surprised you?
found out that it was pretty simple. I don't know why I never done it before.
Yeah, I think even I mean, I recently had my first donation and I was nervous for it. And then I did it and I was like, that was so simple, so easy. I don't know why people don't do this more often. In your family, you mentioned earlier your daughter, your family has a very personal connection to the importance of blood donation. So when you sit in the donor chair, do you think back to those early days with your daughter when she needed those transfusions?
Every once in a while, I'll think about not just her, but some other kids and all that needed it. Because when later on we found out that some babies that were even tiny and needed some blood. I never knew that premature babies needed some blood. We never knew that until it hit on.
It really changes your thought process.
And cancer patients, I never knew that either. I just learned that as I was donating.
Is there a moment from your donation journey that you don't think you'll ever forget? Maybe meeting a recipient or celebration of life?
The celebration of life I went, I finally hugged somebody that not particularly used my blood, but needed some units, and hugged the mom of that little boy. That was the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, how did that feel?
Pretty good.
It's really nice getting to see the real life impacts, I would say, of your donation.
Yeah, I've always wanted to meet some of those people, you know. That was my first time this year, I believe.
So currently, we're sitting here talking while you're actively donating. For someone who's never donated before, what would you want them to know about the experience?
It's pretty easy. Go for it. Eat a good meal. Get you some snacks and watch TV if you want, and play with your phone. That's what most people do. That's it.
Yeah,
And you'll be out of there in no time. It takes longer for me because I donate platelets and all, so I do donate usually, like I said, double or triple platelet.
But even then, I mean, you can get it done on your lunch break or whatever it may be. It doesn't take.
Now, if I donate like a single, it's usually about 45 minutes. It's still not too bad either. For the platelets.
After 100 gallons and more than 800 donations, what would you say you're the most proud of?
Saving lives. Saving lives. Just that last celebration of life, I found out that some particular patients needed, like this little boy who I heard the mom needed like 29 different units. And that's a single patient, so the blood supply, that's the first time I've ever heard that. I just thought they just needed a few units, but 29, and then this other man needed like 87 some units or a lot of that just totally blew me away. That so a few patients like that just take over 100 units. That's just, we really need some blood donors. Go eat a good meal, go donate. Isn't it a small price to pay to save a life?
If you're inspired and want to help save lives like Edward, schedule your appointment at giveblood.org. We have more stories coming up, so check out our next donation chair.